the previous JEE mains chapter. Now we'll move on to the 12th question. The 12th question is displayed here. Okay. Then the given 12th question, actually it is from the 2019. Which of the following combination has the dimensions of electrical resistance? That is, actually we want to write down the formula for the dimension formula for the electrical resistance in terms of the permittivity as well as even permeability. That was actually the question given to us. Okay. So let us take the question as first option. The first option, let us try with the first option. Even this also can be solved by using the dimensional analysis itself, but it's quite little bit lengthy. So in that I'm taking the first option. The first option, it was given as it is actually root of mu naught by epsilon naught. So this is going to be now multiplied by mu naught and multiplied by epsilon naught and divided by the epsilon naught. So therefore on simplifying, this will become, it is root of, it is mu naught into epsilon naught divided by epsilon naught. As we know, it is a c, speed of light will be given by, speed of light in air or vacuum is given by mu naught into epsilon naught. Therefore this value will become 1 by, it is c into epsilon naught. To get back the value of epsilon naught, let us use the formula for the force now. F is equals to, it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Coulomb inverse square law in the case of electrostatics, Q1 Q2 by R square. Therefore 1 by epsilon naught will be equal to, this is 4 pi, anyhow it is constant, we won't use. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will be F R square by Q1 Q2. So therefore this can be now written as 1 by C into 1 by epsilon naught is replaced by F into R square divided by Q1 into Q2. Now this formula is in terms of force, distance and even charges here. Now it is now written as 1 by C into force into distance, let us separate, divided by Q1 into Q2. Force into distance is work done. Work done per unit charge is your potential. So therefore, here now I can write 1 by C into potential into R divided by charge. Charge is replaced by current into time. Displacement by time is velocity. Velocity will get cancelled. Therefore, this will be equal to V by I. Potential difference divided by the current will be equal to resistance. Therefore, under root of mu naught epsilon naught directly can be called as dimensionally equal to resistance. That is your first option. Okay. Now we'll go to the 13th one. In the 13th one, this problem basically it is once again asked from the what do you call percentage of relative error. So therefore in this chapter he has given in this topic problem he has given then there are relative errors in the measurement of mass and length are 1.5 and 1. Then maximum percentage of in terms of density is asking to calculate. Basically, we know density is given by the formula mass by volume. And since he has measured in terms of length, no, volume can be now replaced. Let us assume as a cube. So therefore, even he has been given. So mass will be mass by length cube will become the density. When I go for percentage of relative density, that is delta D by D. If it is going for percentage, will be equal to power 1 is there. Therefore, 1 into delta M by M into 100 plus of 3 into delta L by L into 100. Okay, this will be equal. Delta M by M will be it is 1 into it is 1.5% plus of it is 3 into 1%. 3 plus 1.5 will become it is 4.5%. So therefore percentage of relative error in the case of density will be equal to 4.5%. That is your third option. 14th one. In a screw gauge, 5 complete rotations of a screw cause it to give a displacement of 0.25. Therefore, with this observation, we can calculate the value of pitch. pitch will be equal to distance moved by number of rotations. 0.25 centimeter divided by 5 will be equal to 0.05 centimeters. After getting pitch here, now least count let us find out, because he has said that there are 100 circular divisions. Least count will be equal to 0.05 divided by 0.05 divided by 100 will be equal to 0.0005 centimeters. Now head scale reading will find out. Head scale reading he has given us 30 circular divisions, right? Therefore head scale reading we can call as HSR. HSR will be equal to 30. Now pitch scale reading. Now pitch scale reading will be equal to pitch scale reading will be equal to, and he said that 4 main divisions he said. Therefore 4 main divisions, it is 4 into what is the value of pitch. Pitch will be equal to 0.05. On multiplying, I'm going to get 0.2 centimeters. So therefore, then thickness of the wire is given by T will be equal to pitch scale reading plus head scale reading into LC. Pitch scale reading is 0.2 plus head scale reading will be, the head scale reading will be, it is 30 into 0.0005. On multiplying, I'll get 0.2 plus of, it is 30 into 5 is 150. 150, and decimal will be placed after 4 numbers, 1 2 3 4. So therefore 0 point. So therefore on adding, 0.2 will come here, therefore 0.2150. So many centimeters of the length is going to be now obtained. 0.2150 centimeters. Therefore option will be B. Now 15th one. The relative error in the determination of the surface area of a sphere is alpha. So therefore alpha will be equal to delta A by A, relative error. Then relative error in the determination of volume will be, so therefore delta V by V is asking to calculate. Delta V by V will be equal to, it is actually 3 into delta L by L. Moreover, delta A by A also will be equal to, it is 2 into, it is delta L by L, because area will be equal to L square. Since area will be equal to L square, we'll get, it is delta A by A will be equal to 2 into delta L by L. So now delta L by L can be now replaced in this formula as delta V by V is equals to 3 into delta L by L will be equal to alpha by 2. Alpha by 2. Therefore, it is 3 alpha by 2 is your answer. That is your first option. First option. Now let us move on to the next question, 16th one. In the case of 16th one, the characteristic distance at which a quantum gravitational effects are being significant. The Planck's length can be determined from a suitable combination of the fundamental physical quantities as G, H, and C, which are the following gives the Planck's length correctly. Planck's length means, children, it is length only. So basically we require the relation between a length in terms of G to the power of A and H to the power of B and C to the power of C. C is of course speed and C is taken as constant. Here he said the Planck's constant H bar. H bar is nothing but divide by 2 pi. H bar is nothing but Planck's constant divided by 2 pi. Being 2 pi is constant, therefore H bar itself we can consider as H only. So therefore now, as we know, the gravitational, in the previous problems, we have determined the gravitational constant dimensional formula as m to the power of minus 1 L cube into t to the power of minus 2. And the Planck's constant is given by the formula m1. It is L2 into t power minus 1. Energy by frequency. C is, of course, speed of light. C is equals to 3 into, no, speed, actually, no, not speed of light, speed. Speed is given by the formula L into t power minus 1. Let us substitute here now. L is equals to, L is can be replaced by m0, L1 and t0 on the left hand side. G is actually m to the power of minus 1. m to the power of minus 1 L cube into t to the power of minus 2 whole to the power of a, and m to the power of 1 into L square into t power minus 1 whole to the power of b, and c is L t power minus 1 whole to the power of c. Up to here we can write it. Let us simplify and compare the powers of equal dimensions. Now on the right hand side, here I'll be getting m to the power of minus a plus b and nothing. L to the power of 3a followed by plus 2b plus c, and t to the power of minus 2a to the power of minus 2a minus b minus c. On comparing with this one, I'm going to get the three equations now. It is minus a plus b is equals to 0, which implies that a is equals to b. Next one, it is 3a plus 2b plus c will be equal to 1. Since a and b are equal, I can write it as 3a plus a will become 5a. 5a plus c will be equal to 1. Next one, the third equation, it is minus of 2a minus of b minus c will be equal to 0. Since minus a will be equal to 0. Here a and b are equal, therefore this will become minus 3a minus c will be equal to 0. Let us put it here now. Minus 3a minus c will be equal to 0. On joining, these two will get cancelled. 2a will be equal to 1 and a will be equal to 1 by 2. If a will be equal to 1 by 2, b also will be equal to 1 by 2. Let us substitute here now, or maybe in the this equation. Here we got 5a plus c is equals to 1. A is replaced by 1 by 2. Therefore, 5 by 2 plus c is equals to 1. And c will be equal to 1 minus 2, 1 minus 5 by 2. Is it right? So, yeah, a is replaced by 1 by 2. 5 by 2, correct. 5 by 2. 1 minus 5 by 2 I am going to get. Minus 2 minus 3, 5 will become minus 3. Minus 3 by 2. So therefore a will be half and b will be half, and g will nothing but g to the power of half and h to the power of half. G to the power of half and h to the power of half. And power is c by q. Therefore it should be third option. It should be third option. Let us move on to the next question. 17th one. The percentages error in the measurement of p, q, r and s are being given as. Then we have to find the percentage of error in the given formula. So therefore from the formula I can write it is delta a by a into 100 is equals to power 3 is there. Therefore 3 into delta p by p into 100 plus of power 2 is there. Therefore 2 into delta q by q into 100 into 100. Though in the denominator we should take positive only. It is half of it is delta r by r into 100 because errors are being added up. Power 1 is there. Therefore 1 into delta s by s into 100. So let us substitute the values. 3 into P variation is 0.5%, 0.5% plus 2 into delta Q by Q will be 3%. Okay. And it is half into R is 3% plus of 3%, and next is this is S is 1.5%, 1.5%. On adding, it is 3 into 1.5, it is 1.5, 3 into 0.5 will become 1.5, and this is 2 into 3 will become 6, and this is 1.5 once again and plus 1.5. So 1.5, 1.53 plus 1, 4.5. 4 plus 6 is equal to how much now? 10.5. It's nearly equal to 1.5. 2 into, where is 2, this is 1%. Okay, second one is 1%. No, yeah, this is 1% only. So therefore 2 into 1 will become 2 only here. So 1.5 plus 1.5, 3, 4.5 plus 2 is 6.5. Therefore variation in a will be equal to 6.5%. No, the relative error in the uncertainty, uncertainty in the period of satellite revolving around the earth is 10 power minus 2. If the relative uncertainty in the radius of the orbit is negligible, because radius will be very, very small, negligible, then relative uncertainty in the mass of the earth will be. Since from the gravitation chapter, it is known that T square will be equal to, it is 4 pi square by, it is G into M, where M is the mass of the earth into R cube, which actually includes It is t square is now directly proportional to r cube. Kepler's third law. Kepler's third law. From this, let us find out the mass because he's asking to find the uncertainty of mass. Therefore, m will be equal to 4. It is pi square divided by g into t square into r cube, in which these are all constants. Therefore, delta m by m will be equal to, it is 3 into delta r by r plus 2 into delta t by t. Moreover, this is negligible. He himself has said in the problem. Delta t by t uncertainty will be equal to 10 power minus 2. Therefore, uncertainty in delta m by m now will be 2 into 10 power minus 2. 2 times it is. Therefore, it is C option. 19th one. Time t, velocity c, angular momentum h are chosen as a fundamental quantities instead of mass, length and time. In terms of this, the dimensional formula for mass could be, so mass I want to write in terms of, t to the power of a, c to the power of b and angular momentum h to the power of c. Let us write down the dimensional formulas for each and every one. M1 L0 T0 on the left hand side, right? T will be to the power of A only. C is LT power minus 1. That is C1 to the power of C1. L1 T1 to the power of minus 1 to the power of B. And H is Planck's constant, energy by frequency. It is M1 L2 T power minus 1 whole to the power of C. Simplifying on right side, M to the power of C will get, and L to the power of B plus 2c and t to the power of a minus b minus c. Okay, I'm comparing. C value will be equal to 1 and here it is b plus 2c will be equal to 0. When c is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 2 I'll get, and a minus b minus c will be equal to 0. So therefore here c is 1 and b is minus 2. Minus of minus 2 will become plus 2. Plus 2 minus 1 is equals to 0. 1 I am going to get, therefore A will be equal to, it is minus 1. So therefore your mass will be now replaced as t to the power of minus 1, c to the power of minus 2 and h to the power of c. C is 1. So therefore this value will be equal to h by tc square, or t to the power of minus 1, c to the power of minus 2, h to the power of 1. Therefore the option should be C. Turn to the next one, 20th problem. Right. In the 20th problem, a physical quantity is be described by this one. Relative percentages are being given. Then definitely we have to find the percentage of error in P. So therefore delta P by P into 100 is equals to power half, A to the power of half. Therefore half into delta A by A into 100 plus B square. Therefore 2 into delta B by B into 100 plus 3 into delta C by C into 100. The last one, though negative, we should consider positive only. So therefore plus of 4 into delta D by D into 100. Let us substitute the values here. Half into A is 2%. A is 2%. B is 2 into 1% plus C is 3, no, 3 into C is 3%, and 4 into D is actually it is 5%. So therefore this is 1 plus 2 plus 9 plus 20. 20, 29, 30, this will be equal to 32%. So therefore percentage of error in P will be equal to 32%. Right. A student measures the time period of 100 oscillations of a simple pendulum for 4 times. So instead of calling time period, let us call time because it is not for one oscillation. So for 100 oscillations, the time required will be 90 seconds. Okay. And next time 91 seconds, third time 95 seconds, and fourth time 92 seconds. So first of all, let me find what is the mean of this time. The time mean will be equal to algebraic sum of all the values divided by the number of observations. It is 90 plus 91 plus 95 plus 92 whole divided by 4. On dividing, this one gives equal to 92. 92. Now let us find out what is the error in the each observation. Therefore delta T1 will be equal to, it is first observation minus mean 92 Modulus only I am going to take. Its value will be equal to 2. Similarly, delta T2. Delta T2 also will be equal to modulus of second observation will be 91 minus 92. Value will be, difference will be 1, positive 1. Delta T3 now will be equal to, it is modulus of the third observation. It is 95 minus 92. Mod will be 3 only. And delta 4 will be 92. Therefore, 92 minus 92 will become 0. It is total value will be 3, 4, 5, 6. Then mean of this error, that is delta T mean will be equal to 6 by 4. Its value will be equal to 1.5 on rounding off. On rounding off, this is 5. Earlier, preceding number will be 1. So therefore, since it is 1, make it as even. So therefore, your value will be equal to 2. Therefore, T mean value will be equal to, this is 92 plus this error. Therefore, value will be 92 plus or minus 2. 92 plus or minus 2. Therefore, this will be your first option, A. Okay. Next one. In the following figure, in the following, I refers to the current, other symbol represents their usual meaning. Choose the option that corresponds to the dimensions of an electrical conductivity. So if it is an electrical conductivity, we'll go with the basic formula. Resistance of a conductor is given by the formula rho into L by A. Rho is called resistivity, right? Therefore, resistivity will be equal to R, rho is equals to RA by L. RA by L. Now, conductivity is reciprocal of resistivity. Therefore, it is L by RA. So, therefore, the formula for the conductivity, formula for the conductivity will be mentioned in terms of the known parameters. In terms of the known parameters. Okay. Now, it is L by A is constant, R is resistance. No, resistance is given by the formula R is equals to V by I from Ohm's law. V by I from Ohm's law. Okay. L into I divided by area into this potential difference will be equal to work done per unit charge. Work done per unit, because we want the answers all in terms of I's only. Therefore, this Q has to be converted into I. And here basically A is area, not current. So now, if I want to convert here, no, that is LT. L is length only. L is length only. I is current. Current I can replace as A. And charge is current into time. So therefore here also you'll get current into time divided by, this is area L square, work done. It is M1 L2 T power minus 2. So on simplifying, m to the power of minus 1 will get L to the power of, so 1 will get 1 minus 4 will become minus 3. L to the power of minus 3, and T to the power of 1 plus 2 will become 3, T to the power of 3, and A to the power of square. A to the power of square. Therefore, minus 1, minus 3, 3. Minus 1, minus 3, 3, and A square. Minus 1, minus 3, 3, and A square. Therefore, it is your second option. It's quite interesting, children. Okay. 23rd one. In the 23rd one, he said that A, B, C, and D are the four different physical quantities having different dimensions. None of them is dimensionless, which means every physical quantity will have the dimension formula, but all the four are different. He has given that one condition. First, let us use that condition. He said that AD value will be equal to, let us write down that equation. AD value will be equal to C into ln of BD, right? Since it is inside the logarithmic function, it should be dimensionally free, which means what I can expect, BD value will be equal to 1. Therefore, B value will be equal to 1 by D, or D value will be equal to 1 by B. This is dimensionless. Next, AD is equals to C only, I'll write, because this is dimensionally free. No need to consider. D value will be replaced by 1 by B. So therefore, A into 1 by B will be equal to C. Therefore, A is equals to BC. So therefore, these are the probable equations. What I can get it here now. What I can get it, right? So now this is AD will be equal to C. Okay. With the help of these equations, now I'll try to analyze the options too. Directly, we'll go to the first option. And he's asking, right? First of all, we'll check which option is correct and which option is wrong. In the first option, he said that C by BD minus of AD square. Now I'll put AD into D divided by C. So BD value will be equal to 1. So therefore C by 1 is C only. Dimension, denominator part is dimensionless. AD value, AD value will be equal to C. Therefore, AD value will be equal. CC will get cancelled, C minus D. Therefore, C and D are we are subtracting. These two are different physical quantities. Therefore, this is wrong. Now we'll go for B. In the B case, he said that it is A square minus of B square into C square. And what about BC? BC value will be equal to A. Therefore, I'll get A square minus A square, which is dimensionally correct. Okay. We'll go to C option now. In the C option, he said that it is A by B minus C. A by B minus C. What is A by B, children? A by B will be equal to C. Therefore, I can write it is C minus C. It is also dimensionally correct. Both are. Now we'll go for D now. In D, actually, he said that A minus C will by D. But A minus C itself is A C is different, C is different. So I'm subtracting and I cannot subtract it. Therefore, definitely this is wrong. Therefore, C and B are correct and A and D are wrong. He is asking which of the combination is not meaningful. That is wrong options is asking to find out. Therefore, A is wrong according to our analysis and even D is also wrong. Let's move on to the next question. Right. This question, he is asking to find out if C capacitance of a nano capacitor, nano capacitor means its value. So when we are dealing with the relations here, no value is not required for us. It's measured in terms of units U made by. Therefore, capacitance unit is U. Therefore, U can be considered as capacitance will be equal to, will be depending upon the electronic charge E, Bohr's radius A naught, Planck's constant H, and speed of light C. So therefore, we want the relation for capacitance itself. Therefore, U will be equal to, it is e to the power of A. E is charge of an electron. Radius is A naught to the power of B. And third one is Planck's constant to the power of C. And speed of light to the power of D. Let us use dimension. Since it is capacitance, let us start working on capacitance here now. So Q is equals to CV. C is equals to Q by V. And Q by V is equals to W by Q. This will become Q square. Q square will be equal to A square into T square divided by work. No, work and energy are same. So therefore here I can write M1 L2 work now M1 L2 T power minus 2. On simplifying, M to the power of minus 1, L to the power of minus 2, T to the power of 4, and A to the power of 2 we are going to get. So therefore, left hand side dimensional formula will be M to the power of minus 1, L to the power of M to the power of minus 1, L to the power of minus 2, L to the power of minus 2, T to the power of 4, T to the power of 4 into A square. Okay, this value must be equal to E is charge, no? Charge is current into time. Therefore, AT whole to the power of A. Next is radius. Radius is length only. Length to the power of V. Planck's constant, energy by frequency. So therefore, M1 L2 T power minus 1. Earlier also we did the power of C. And C speed of light L1 T power minus 1 whole to the power of D. Whole to the power of D. Now let us, because we have to find the values of all the four now, definitely four equations are being required. Let us start with mass now. Mass is only one C is there. So therefore, C must be equal to minus 1. Let us take length. Here B 2C. Therefore, B plus 2C. Yeah, B plus 2C plus D will be equal to minus 2. If I go for time, it is A minus C minus D will be equal to 4. Current will see. Current is A to the power of A will be equal to 2. So therefore, A will be equal to 2. Got it. C value and A value got it. Let us substitute here now. In the second equation, B plus 2C, C is minus 1. 2 into C minus 1 plus D will be equal to minus 2. Therefore, B plus D This is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. Will be equal to 0. Definitely B will be equal to minus D. Let us take the help of this equation. Because I know A and C, D value can be obtained directly now. So A is 2, C is minus 1. Minus of minus will become plus 1. Minus D will be equal to 4. 2 plus 1, 3. Therefore, minus D will be equal to 4. Minus 3 will be equal to 1. Therefore, D will be equal to minus 1. If D will be equal to minus 1, B will be equal to plus 1. Now I got the 4 values now. So after getting 4 the values, let us write down the equation. U will be equal to capacitance in terms of charge. E to the power of A, 2. Radius to the power of B, B is 1. And Planck's constant to the power of C, C value will be equal to minus 1. C value will be equal to minus 1. And the speed of light to the power of D, D will be equal to, these two will go down. Therefore, E square A naught divided by HC. E square A naught. E square A naught by HC. Therefore, that is your C option. Okay. Next one, 25th one. Yeah, similar model derivation type. Charge E, mass M, speed V, Planck's constant are taken as fundamental constants. The permeability of mu naught is. Therefore, first of all, we had to find out this one. So, force between two magnetic poles is given by simple basic formula mu naught divided by 4 pi, of course, constant into m1 m2 by d square or even r square. So, therefore, now let us first find out the mu naught. Let us write down the equation in terms of mu naught now. 4 pi is constant, therefore it is mu naught will be equal to f into r square. Only variables I am going to consider into m1 m2. Therefore mu value will be equal to force is m1 l1 t power minus 2 into l square divided by, it is m square. What is m square actually? M into m is same, both dimensionally both are same, that's why I'm calling as m square. Whole strength is ampere meter. Therefore, current into length whole square. Therefore, L square and A square you will get. On simplifying, only one mass and L square will get cancelled. L to the power of 1 I'll get, and T to the power of minus 2 and A to the power of minus 2. So, therefore, this is a dimensional formula of mu naught. It is actually m1 L1 T power minus 2 A power minus 2. Now, let us write down the expression. So for dimensional analysis, mu naught will be equal to e to the power of A, m to the power of B mass, c to the power of C, of course, once again, and h to the power of D. Okay, let us substitute. And mu naught value will be, the previously L1 we did, m1 L1 T power minus 2 into A to the power of minus 2, and this will be equal to charge, current into time. Therefore, A into T whole to the power of A I can call. Mass is only M, M to the power of B. Speed of light L1 T power minus 1 whole to the power of C. This is C. And this Planck's constant, just now we have used M1 L2 T power minus 1 whole to the power of D. See, see the equation contains 4 variables here. Definitely we require 4 values here. Now let us start with mass now. Mass is here B and here D. Therefore, B plus D will be equal to 1. Next one. Length will take up. C plus 2D. C plus 2D will be equal to, once again 1. Time let us calculate. A minus C, A minus C minus D will be equal to minus 2. Regarding current, only one term is there here. Therefore, A will be equal to minus 2. Got it. A value is, first of all, we got it now. Let us substitute in the last equation. In the last equation, if I substitute A value as minus 2, minus 2 will get cancelled. Minus C minus D will be equal to 0. Therefore, C will be equal to minus D or D will be equal to minus C. Okay. Next is C plus 2D will be equal to 1, equal to 1. So if I use the A value here, right, B plus D will be equal to here, C plus 2D will be. First, let me substitute, multiply the equation number 1 with 2 now. So therefore, 2B plus 2D will be equal to 2. And this equation, let c plus 2d will be equal to 1. C plus 2d will be equal to 1. On subtracting, minus minus minus, these two will get cancelled. So therefore 2b minus c will be equal to 2 minus 1 is 1. Now b is required. B is required. So therefore in place of d I can use c, no? So therefore if I use d will be equal to minus c. Yeah, d will be equal to minus c. If I use it here, it is b minus c will be equal to 1. On subtracting, minus plus minus, these two will get cancelled. B will be equal to 0. If b will be equal to 0, definitely let us come back in. If b will be equal to 0, let us substitute b will be equal to 0 here, then, or b will be equal to 0, then d will be equal to 1. Then b will be equal to 0, d will be equal to 1, d will be equal to 1, c will be equal to minus 1. Now let us go back in substituting the values in the given expression. P mu is equals to e to the power of a. A will be equal to minus 2. And m to the power of b. B will be equal to 0. Not required that one. And c to the power of c is minus 1. And h to the power of d is minus. H to the power of d is 1 only. Is 1. So therefore here mu value will be equal to, this will go down, this will go down. Therefore h by, it is e square c. H by e square c. H by e square c. Therefore it should be a C option. 26 to 1. Here, first of all, let us identify, we have to find out in terms of these parameters. We have to find out in terms of these parameters. First of all, we should know the dimension formulas of those parameters. Unless and until we don't know, so we cannot proceed further. We cannot proceed further. First, let us find out the values, dimension formulas of neta. Neta dimensional formula is actually, neta will be equal to force by area per unit velocity gradient. Force by area unit velocity gradient, its value will be equal to m1 l power minus 1 t power minus 1. You calculate it afterwards here, children, right? Next one, dimension formula of is s into, dimension formula of s into delta theta, no dimension formula for this one, divided by h is height. If I work out this one, s by delta h by h, I'll be getting s is specific heat now. Using the formula for specific heat, change in temperature is no dimension formula and h. Then on simplifying, I'll get m0. It is L1 t power minus 2. The third one is 1 by rho g. Rho is density and g is acceleration due to gravity. If I work out this one, I'll get minus m to the power of minus 1 L2 t to the power of 2. These calculations I'm going to leave as a homework to you children. Okay, now let us substitute now. Q dot by A. This Q dot is nothing but, here let me write it. Here Q dot by A is nothing but, it is Q dq by dt. dq by dt into area of cross section. So this, if I calculate separately, dq is actually change in the heat, small amount of the heat given to the system, and heat is nothing but energy. So therefore energy dimension formula I can use it. Energy dimension formula I can use it. Therefore dt is time. Time, area is L square. On substituting, I'll get this as m1 L0 t power minus 3. Okay, now let us go for the equation now. This is m1 L0 t power minus 3 will be equal to first term to the power of A, coefficient of viscosity to the power of A, that is m1 L power minus 1 t power minus 1 to the power of A. Second one is S delta A by G to the power of B. So therefore its value will be, just now we have calculated, it is m0 L1 t power minus 2 whole to the power of B. Third one will be 1 by rho G, value will be m power minus 1. It is m power minus 1, it is L square, it is t power 2 whole to the power of A, whole to the power of Sorry, this is B clearly to the power of C. So definitely we require the three values of ABC, then only I can substitute them. Uh, I can get the exact relation between them. So therefore, in that situation, first let us calculate the masses here now. Comparing the masses. Here A, here 0, here minus C. Therefore, A minus C will be equal to 1. Next is minus A plus B plus 2C. Minus A plus B plus 2C. Minus A plus B plus 2C will be equal to 0. Third one on time comparing, minus A minus 2B plus 2C will be equal to minus 3. Will be equal to minus 3. Okay. So therefore, now after knowing these three equations, definitely I should work it out for the relations between ABC, values of ABC now. So when I want to, let me solve these two equations because I can cancel A easily. So minus A plus B minus 2C will be equal to 0. On subtracting, I'm going to get plus A plus 2B minus 2C will be equal to plus 3. So therefore, on adding, these two will get cancelled definitely. 3B minus 4C, 3B minus 4C, 3B minus 4C will be equal to 3. On subtracting even, this will become negative. Oh, this is positive, this is positive here. This is positive, this is negative. Therefore, these two will get cancelled. These two will get cancelled. Therefore, B value will be, and this is 3. So therefore, 3B will be equal to, yeah, 3B will be equal to 3 and B will be equal to 1. This C's gets cancelled. Okay. So once B value is being there, now let us start working on A and C. So where is my A and C now? So A minus C will be equal to 1, B here. So let us take the help of B. Let us take the help of B and let us substitute here now. So therefore minus A, second equation, plus 2C will be equal to minus B. Minus B is minus 1. Okay. If I substitute here, minus A is there, plus 2 is there, minus 3. This is B is equals to 1, minus 2. So minus 3 plus 2 will become minus 1. Will become minus 1. On subtracting, minus minus minus, therefore this will become plus now. These two will get cancelled. Oh, so C value will be equal to, definitely minus 2C will be equal to 0. Therefore this equation is not much useful for us. Okay, so now if I add these two equations, first and second equation, so A will get cancelled. B plus 2C minus C will become B plus C. B plus C will be equal to 1. B value put it here. No? Therefore, C value will be equal to 0. When C value will be equal to 0, I can put 0. Therefore, here itself, therefore, minus A value will be equal to minus 1. Therefore, A will be equal to plus 1. So, 1, 1, 0. Therefore, 1, 1, 0. Eta to the power of 1, this to the power of 1, and this will be 0. Therefore, the option will be A is correct. Next one, 27th one. A student measures the length of the rod, and wrote in it as. So length of the rod will be measured as. So length of the rod will be measured as, it is 3.50 centimeters. Observe children here now, he's going up to second decimal. Okay. So which instrument he might have used? First option we'll see. A screw gauge having 50 divisions in the circular scale is 1. Pitch of the scale will be equal to 1. Therefore, screw gauge LC I can find out. LC will be equal to pitch by number of divisions. No, pitch is 1 mm divided by 50. 1 mm I can convert into centimeters because I want to express in centimeters. So 1 into 10 power minus 1 divided by 50. So therefore 1 by 50 value will be 1 by 5. Or else I can drop this 0.1 to the bottom. 1 mm 50. Okay, so therefore here I can do one small calculation here. Let me multiply with 2 and divide with 2. So therefore simplification will become easy now. So therefore it is 100. 2 by 100. 100, if this denominator will get one more zero. Therefore 0.002 centimeters you'll get. So therefore third decimal is possible, but he's going up to second decimal. Therefore it cannot be the first option. Second option we'll see. Meter scale. Using a meter scale, the least count of meter scale will be 0.1 centimeters only. That is up to 1 millimeter he can go, but he's going up to 2 centimeters, 2 decimals. Therefore, B option is wrong. Vernier calipers, conventional one, containing 10 divisions in the vernier scale and 9 divisions in the main scale. Then scale divisions has 10 divisions in one set. All the description says that it's a conventional scale. Least count of this one will be equal to main scale uh, S by N. No, S is 1 mm, 1 mm by number of divisions is 10. Therefore, this will be equal to 0.1 mm or 0.01 centimeters. Second decimal is getting now. Therefore, this option is correct. Let us check even the fourth one also. Screw gauge has 100 divisions and the pitch is 1. Therefore, least count will be equal to 1 by 100. That is 0.01 mm. Centimeters, if you convert 0.001 centimeter, third decimal, therefore this is also not one. Therefore, the instrument which is used by a student to get the length will be equal to 3.5 centimeters, will be third option, that is vernier calipers, standard vernier calipers you might have used. Then dimensional formula of electrical permittivity, he is asking to find out in terms of mass length, and that is actually the just dimension formula is asking to calculate. So we know the dimension, we know the basic relation for the electrostatic force. It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. With this we did so many times, divide by r square. Therefore epsilon naught will be equal to, if I transfer here, it is q square by r square into f. Q square is current into time. Therefore a square into t square divided by distance square into force is m1 L1 t power minus 2. Let us rearrange the terms now. It is m to the power of minus 1, L to the power of 2 plus 1 is 3, therefore minus 3, t to the power of 4 and a to the power of 2. So minus 1 minus 3. This is minus 1 minus 3, t power 4 and a power 2. Therefore it is C option. C option is correct. Resistance of a wire is given, is measured by using the current, that is, and also potential difference, using an ammeter and potential difference, voltmeter. The percentage of error in the measurement of current he is asking to calculate. Therefore definitely I require the current formula now. Since V is equals to I into R, I can go for current as I is equals to V by R. Then delta I by I into 100 will be equal to, power 1 is there, 1 into delta V by V into 100 plus of power is 1. Minus 1 actually, even then we'll take 1 only. Delta R by R into 100, quite simple. So therefore, what is the percentage of error in the measurement of voltage? If the percentage of the measurement of current and voltage are 3 each, both are 3, 3. Therefore 1 into 3, even this also 1 into 3, 3 plus 3 will become 6%. So percentage of error in the measurement of distance now will be equal to 6%. 30th one, this is basically based on the significant figures. Now we are supposed to identify the number of significant figures in the 4 numbers. 3 numbers, what has been given. First one will take up 23.023. 0 in between two significant figures, also significant. Therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are the significant figures. That is a rule. Second one is actually 0.0003. If the number is less than 1, all the zeros between decimal and the non-zero digit are not significant. Therefore, only 1. Only 3 is significant. Third one, it is 2.1 into 10 power minus 3. So therefore, this is not being considered. So therefore, these two are non-zero digits. Therefore, definitely significant figures. 5, 1, 2. Therefore, your option is 30. 30th option is B. 31. In the case of 31, dimensional formula of magnetic field in terms of MLTC is asking. C is Coulomb, nothing but charge. Even if expressed in terms of Q also, C can be considered as charge. Magnetic field symbol is B. B will be equal to force per unit pole strength. Force per unit pole strength. So therefore force is actually M1 L1 T power minus 2 divided by, this is current into distance. So therefore this value will be M1 L0 T power minus 2 into A. But A I have to replace in terms of charge. So as we know, current will be equal to, it is charge by time, or you can write C by T. Therefore A will be equal to, shall I put C by T then? It is M1 L0 T power minus 2 divided by C by T. So therefore M1 L0 T power minus 3 C power 1. 103 minus 1. 1 0, okay, 103. Therefore definitely it can be either second or first option or even third option, because lengths are not even third option also. 0 T power minus 3, T power minus 3 and C power 1. T power minus 3 and C power 1. C option is M1 L2. Force is M1 L1 T power minus 2 M1 L0 52. Magnetic field force per unit mass. So magnetic field is force per unit mass. If it is, when it is force per unit mass, actually force per unit pole strength. So force per unit pole strength. Okay, M1 L0 T power minus 2. M1 L1 T power minus 2. Yeah, this is A power minus. Okay, okay. This is A power minus 1. Here we have done a little bit correction. Okay. So therefore here it is M1 L to the power 0 T power minus 2. It is A power minus 1 is nothing but A. But A will be equal to C by T. So therefore M1 L0 T power minus 2 divided by A is replaced by C by T. So therefore M1 L0 M1 L0 T power minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 and C power minus 1. 1 0, yeah, 1 0 minus 1 minus 1. 1 0 minus 1 minus 1. 1 0 minus 1 minus, yeah, this is it. D option. 31st is D option. Okay. Now let us move on to the 32nd question. The 32nd question, children, which of the physical units, which of the following units denotes the dimensions of? So therefore, uh, let us solve all the options so that the one which has the dimensions of M1 L2 Q power 2. So therefore first let us solve this one, M1 L2 Q power divided by Q power minus 2. So this can be now written as in terms of M1 L2 divided by charge. No, charge is nothing but current into time. Current into current square time square. So therefore it is M1, it is L2 T power minus 2, T power minus 2 and A power minus 2. A power minus 2. So therefore this was a basic formula. Now let us work out the options and we'll see which option is giving the correct answer. A. Weber. Weber is actually a unit of flux. So therefore flux can be written by magnetic induction into area. Magnetic induction is, it is force per unit pole strength into area. So force per unit pole strength, force is M1 L1 T power minus 2 and pole strength is current area into length and this is area L square. So on working out, this is M1, these two L's will get cancelled, L to the power of 2, this will remain, T to the power of minus 2 and A to the power of minus 1 does not satisfies because A I should get to the power of minus 2. A minus 2. Okay, right. Next, B. B is Weber per meter square. Weber per meter square is nothing but what now? Magnetic induction. Weber, I got it. So therefore, by area will do now. By area, if I do, these two will get cancelled. Therefore, I'll get M1 L0 T power minus 2 A power minus 1. Still, I'm not getting. Even B is also wrong. C option will see. It is Henry. Henry is actually unit of self inductance or even mutual inductance. The potential difference produced from the Faraday's law will be given by is minus will ignore, it is L into di by dt. Therefore, L is equals to V into dt by di. What is V actually? Potential difference. So therefore, potential difference is work done per unit charge. Work done per unit charge is current into time into dt divided by it is di. So dt and time will get cancelled. Work is m1 L2 T power minus 2. m1 L2 T power minus 2 divided by area L square. Divided by L square into current. Current is A I can use. On simplifying, I'll get M1 work done per unit charge. Work done per unit charge is charges current into time. Time will get cancelled. Okay. And area is L square. M1 L0 and L0. M1 L0 L0 T power minus 2 and A power minus 1. A power minus 1. Okay. So therefore M1 it is L square. M1 L square and Q power Q square. Square I'm not getting. Let us work it out once again. It is V is equals to potential difference will be equal to L into di by dt from Faraday's laws, and L di by dt is I. So therefore, let us write simply as L is equals to it is V into time divided by current. Current is A. Current is A. V is equals to W by Q. V is equals to W by Q. Q is current into time. A into T divided by area. Divide by current. Tt will get cancelled. Therefore, W by area square. Yeah. W will be work done. Work done will be equal to M1 L2 T power minus 2 divided by A square. Or you can write M1 L2 T power minus 2 A to the power of minus 2. Therefore, which option is correct now? C option is correct. And this one is Henry per meter square. If I go for Henry per meter square, this Z will gets cancelled. L square will gets cancelled. Therefore, the option is it is C. Third option is correct. Third option is correct. So thank you, children. Thank you for watching this video. So therefore, with this problem, most of the models which are being discussed in the units and dimension chapter we have covered.